What's up, you guys? It's So Queen Low out here with Divergent Films, and we're stepping into Streets right now to interview one of the dopest on-air personalities that they have. Come on, let's go check it out. Up, girl. I told you guys we was coming out interviewing a dope on-air personality. Look at her. Here we are with the one and only Ayeeedubb.
Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So just in case y'all didn't know, I'm So Queen Low, and we're at STREETZ 103.3.
GG.
So what's up, girl? I just came out here to ask you a couple questions because I see you
Okay.
working, you doing your thing.
You know, okay.
And really, you're just like mad funny. So
Oh,
I was
stop.
like, yo.
Now I'll be pressured to be funny. Then you said that. So,
So you
we're going
better
to
be
try.
cracking jokes in this whole interview.
I'm going to try.
No, but I did a lot of research on you and looked at a lot of stuff. I saw your little vlogs that are mad funny.
Yeah.
You're just like cheesy, but in the best of ways.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Have you always been like that? Like,
I believe so. Like, ever since I can remember, just like I was always corny or like cheesy or like lame, but I thought it was funny. Everybody be like, oh, Alex, you're not funny, or Ayeeedubb, you're not funny, but
it is funny.
right. I'm like, what y'all talking about?
With a dab of ranch. Like,
Exactly,
That's
like-
one of my favorite pictures.
Because they had to show the Hirachis, it just worked. So
Yes.
it just worked with it.
It definitely worked. So when you were younger, is this like something that you were trying to do? Like, did you wake up one day and you were like, yo, I want to be an on-air personality, or I want to be in entertainment, really just as surface as that?
No, like the first job I wanted was like to be a journalist.
Okay.
But then at that time, everyone was like, oh, journalism's not going to take all. Journalism's not going to be this. And so I was like, okay, maybe you're right. So I went towards something like education when I was in college. But I was like, I couldn't pass biology for the life of me. So I was like, maybe this education
It
thing
ain't
ain't
hitting.
for me. No. So then I was like, this is when Vine came out and Snapchat was coming,
Okay.
Instagram video was coming.
Yeah.
So I just started like posting little stuff. And then all throughout campus, people be like, oh, I saw your Vine, I saw your Instagram. I'm like,
Right.
that's funny.
And
I
you
was
was
like,
just being yourself.
exactly. I was just putting stuff out there, and then there was like, oh, you like it? So I thought about it. I was like, what could I do that lets me be this all the time? So I was
Right.
like, maybe radio. I like music. I could be myself. And then luckily, STREETZ 103.3 was the new station at the time.
Right.
Because I knew I couldn't get on at the other station because it was just like too, like, it was like old, and they had like their own set people.
Yeah, it was set, and it would be really hard to get on.
Exactly. So with this one being a new station, it was looking for interns. It was looking for
Okay.
new people. So it just lucked out in my favor.
Right, so how did you find out they were looking for interns?
I
What
feel
was
like
like the steps taken to really like put yourself in the position that you are in now?
I feel like I didn't even know about the station at first. Someone had showed me about it. So
Yeah.
then I just started following on Instagram and then just reached out. Like I was like, in everybody picture all the personalities that was on here, find out who was in charge to try to find like the internship packet.
Right.
I was able to find it and they just sent it in. And that was it.
And
Yeah.
then they just called you, and then here you are today.
Here I am.
And you were the only intern picked out of your group to have a radio show. So
Yes.
obviously you putting in that work.
Yes, ma'am.
What was it like interning? How long did you intern? And like, tell us about the grind that you really put in to get where you are. Because like we all know, it's not like you just wake up and you're like, look at me, I'm a pretty girl and I'm funny, so put me on air.
Exactly. So it's been so long. I was an intern for about 4 months. It's like a semester. And so from January my last year till May, and basically we just learned like how to talk on air, the whole board that you see right here,
Right.
Editing, voice tracking, basically everything. Like I just learned everything about like the radio and things like that. So all the broadcasts, remote, just everything. I mainly controlled like this board. That's what a lot of people here at STREETZ really liked, that I could control the board really well. So that's kind of my strength.
Okay.
Enter here. So if you can know the board in radio, you can really hold a steady position in radio.
Right.
So I just been interning here. I met with all the interns, and I was here like all the time. And I had another job. I was just like trying to make it work. And then they had told me when it was time to be done. I told them, I was like, hey, so like what's up? I was like, what do I do? Do I apply? Do I interview after the internship over? And he was like, we don't really have like the budget or the space for it. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I'll just go do a 9 to 5 or something like that.
Right.
And then right when I graduated, which was May 15th of 2015, I went back home to Salisbury, about an hour away, and I got a call from them, and they was like, we want to bring you on.
What's up?
And then I cried like a little B word. I cried over it. I was like, that's how I knew it was real, because I wanted it.
Like touching you, like, oh my God, like I put in this work and this is something I'm passionate about, and like y'all see that in me too, because they're putting you like actually on air as a personality. People are going to be hearing you. So you've been doing it since 2015.
Yes.
Almost 2 years now. Then getting there.
Yeah.
So how do you like it? Like, what different things has that brought to the table for you, other than on air personality stuff?
I guess it brought me like a platform just to put things in. It makes it real easy having like a radio show to tie everything together. Be like, hey, I'm on the radio, versus I'm just doing this just because. So a lot of people really like respect just the name. It gives you clout
behind your name, like, oh, exactly. That's Ayeeedubb. Ayeeedubb is who I be.
Right. So that just helps tie everything together, just to have this platform and just grind and getting the name out there and doing things like that.
Right.
So,
that's what's up. Stuff like Yo Fuck It Up. Is it a mixtape?
It's Fuck It Up mixtape.
Okay, cool. So tell me about what you're doing with that and what it's going to be like.
What I'm doing, I had the first one with my DJ Swale, who interned here also at STREETZ. Okay. And I just figured, let's create a mixtape, because he had like the mixtape plug with Spinrilla, things like that. I was like, this is just give me an opportunity to have something else out there with my name on it.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out names. So I was like, like, you Fuck It Up, just hype everybody up. You just be like, Fuck It Up, Fuck It Up. And I saw the hashtag Fuck It Up challenge. So I was like, we really got to come.
We doing it.
Right. So I was like, let's just go ahead and do it. So I just thought about it, and it was like the first tape, and it's just like the first tape, and so we put out together, and then that was it. We just got all a bunch of artists. We got like the artists that came here was able to do drops, so our mixtape had like real artist drops.
Right, because I remember that one time I came up here and I was recording you. Remember, like on your, I think it was even like on your phone. And I don't remember the artist's name. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it MCDJR, the Addicted to My Ex? I can't remember either.
It was like he was like from Africa.
AOJ.
Yeah.
Your
so
number.
That was cool. And I remember you doing that drop, and I was like, I see her out here.
Right.
Doing what she needs to do. Yeah.
We go back, Queen Lo.
A little bit, girl.
We go back.
That's what's up. So I did a lot of research. I saw a lot of artists that you met, and a lot of artists that you've interviewed, and you've interviewed and met like a slew of different artists. What do you feel like? First of all, I guess, like, what is that like? Are you like, who are you? Like, are you that type of person who's like, I done met all these celebrities, oh my God? Or are you just like, or maybe at first you're like, oh, it's kind of lit. Like, look at the position I'm in. Like, what is that like for you?
I humble it down. Like, people be like, oh, I bet you meet a bunch of artists. I'm just like, yeah, like, they come by, like, stuff like that, because I just say that. But then here, like, I act crazy. Like, say, because Ty Dolla $ign came one time. And, like, he had said, like, on air, like, oh, you pretty or whatever. I was just like, that hyped me up. So to them, I was being funny about it. Right. Well, anybody else be like, oh, you talking to Ty Dolla $ign? I'm like, no, like, we just interviewed. Like, so I did it to everybody.
You have fun with it. I can tell that you're a fun personality. I remember at where was it? DTLR, the new one at the opening, and Day Day was like, you was so lit, like on our first interview, you lit. So
and it was just like, at the DTLR, I was just like quiet. I don't know why, I was just like a little more quiet, reserved.
You was cooling. But you did play that game with him. So like when I did the research and I looked at the first interview, or I'm assuming that was y'all's first interview, I was like, okay, I can see. Because that game was really creative. I love that. And I was like, dang, let me think of something I can do at Ayeeedubb, but I couldn't think of it short notice. So I was like, whatever, we just gonna do the regular interview. Exactly. But that was fun. I liked that. Thank you. So, and I also like the effort you put into that interview.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I watched another interview by Kevin Gates when he was with Johnny KD. Right?
Oh yeah.
And, and so I definitely liked what he was saying, but I felt like how did you feel? I just want how did you feel about Kevin Gates?
Well, everybody knows, like, if you see Kevin Gates interviews and things like that, if you follow Kevin Gates, he's just a different individual.
Yeah.
So the first time he had came was kind of like he didn't want any cameras. And the second time he came, which is, I guess, the interview you saw, he was married at this point.
Yeah, he was married.
A whole different lifestyle. So he was a little bit more, like, open and wanting to talk and things like that. So all of us were just shocked because the first time he came was like, he didn't want any cameras.
So what did he do the first time? Did he just do an on-air interview and he was not having it recorded?
No, he just did an on-air interview. I believe it was on air, or we just had audio, something like that.
Sheesh.
So, and the whole thing changed. So with him, he's just very interesting. We appreciate him, but he's just very interesting.
Yeah,
so.
I could tell. He was very private about even certain small things that he did. And I definitely saw times when you were like, or when anybody asked him a question and they're like, okay, well, we gonna go to the next question.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I liked how when he was calling you ma'am, I like certain things that he was saying. Like that was nice. So I had respect for him. I've never watched an interview by him before. With him
that was the first one?
That was my first one.
Oh,
so
okay,
I guess he's just like that across the board with most of his
Pretty
interviews.
much. Well, with us, he's like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what like tips do you have for anybody out there who's trying to interview an artist and like how they should maybe just in general, like what tip do you have?
The best tip I would give is if you're interviewing like an artist, is just to really just remain chill. Like be you. Don't try to go the extra mile and like be all extra and things like that. Like I realized through my first interviews, I was always so pressured. Like I had to do good. But then the last couple interviews, I'm like this. Like so it's more comfortable.
Right.
And so I realized that puts off a better interview because I'm giving better questions because I'm comfortable. Just with the slight lean, I'm just a little more comfortable, not so like uptight.
Yeah,
and
like
pressured.
when you're like this, you like feel like, okay, what's that one question I had come up with? Like, let me think about this really hard because there's the pressure on me. You just kind of like go with the flow.
Exactly. Just be yourself and just, if you want to ask them something, just ask them. Like, do your it's important to do your research too.
Right.
Like, if you don't know what you're talking about, they will call you out. Like, did you do your homework? Did you do this and this? So,
man, I released that mixtape.
Right.
2 months ago. I'm coming. The other one just dropped. Why are we touching on that one?
Exactly. So you gotta make sure you like on point with at least something about the artist. So.
Right. That's what's up. So you on point. You keep grinding. So where do you see yourself in the next 2-3 years? Where are you trying to be
in the next 2 to 3 years? I hope to have a full-time show like a Monday through Friday because I'm on the weekend now.
Okay.
So Monday through Friday show. The main big goal is to eventually be something on TV, like how MTV has the Girl Code.
Okay,
and like the Charlamagne's like Round Table, things like that.
I
so
saw
like
your like audition tape for Revolt.
Yes, girl.
Girl, I went on your YouTube and like watched every single video. Aaron commented and liked on some of them too.
Aww.
So I was like, let me go ahead and support.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
So things like the Revolt thing, I don't know if they ever took off or anything, but I just did it to have it out there. So
nah, that's
things
good.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
I thought that you came across too like a good personality. It was like I can do this, I can say this, but y'all just need to know who I am. So
right.
I liked that a lot.
Oh, thank you.
So that's where you see yourself in 2-3 years. Like you said, the TV. What's the end goal with all of this? I don't necessarily have an end goal for me because I just always want to progress. But like, what's the main long-term goal that you have coming from the entertainment?
Probably. I don't know. I just want to like hit on everything.
Right.
I always compare it to like a female Terrence J.
Okay.
He started radio, had the BET. He doing movies, books, hosting things like that. So eventually that. So I guess being a household name would be
of entertainment.
Of entertainment, correct.
Right.
So
that's
hopefully.
So what you graduated from Wingate and you went for journalism.
I went for human services.
Human services
is what it ended up being.
But you kept your love for journalism. So you think you're gonna write a book? I heard you say that. Maybe.
I don't know. Can you imagine how that would be? Like, it would be so slang, and it'd be like, oh, whatever. Like, it would be an interesting book.
I was actually at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I was looking for a book, and I was, like, specifically looking for a book from a woman in entertainment who was just kind of, like, talking about her journey and how she got there. Like, I was looking for that specifically, so I didn't find it because I was just browsing.
Right, exactly.
But I would... Maybe I'll be picking up one of your books in like a couple years, 10 years. I'm gonna be like, oh, look at Ayeeedubb with the book. Let me hear about her.
Hit the pages, like so.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a good idea, though.
Yeah, you can always think about it.
I will.
That's what's up. Do you do anything else with journalism outside of the radio? Like, what else do you do in entertainment in your spare time?
Mainly just like I'll write the entertainment reports here. I try to update my website on some like concerts and like write it from a journalism standpoint. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do that more in the new year, just more writing and a lot more videos and things like that. So
that's what's up. Dang, you just said something and I was like, ooh. I want to know about that.
What'd I say?
I don't remember. But it's all good.
Okay, maybe it'll come back. So
yeah, it'll probably come back. But it's dang, and it just came back and then it left me that quick. But it's all right.
Okay,
it's no big deal. For women in the industry, you know, it's really hard. Or people can make it hard, really, because I be chilling. But and I'm sure you be chilling too. But what's how do you feel about being a woman in the industry? And even at this station, it's just you and Ayeeedubb here, right?
Yes.
As far as women personalities. So how does that work for you? And how did did it initially start maybe uncomfortably? Or?
I didn't ever think it was like a uncomfortable thing. I just kind of already knew what it was going to be like. I wasn't ever like shocked by it. Radio is male dominated. Entertainment is mainly male dominated. So it's just kind of like you just have to right now deal with it. It's how I feel. Just deal with it. But you just gotta, because eventually I've been realizing that a lot of people like more female entertainment. Right. But so it's weird that it's still so male dominated. Right. But you like, because people say they rather click on a female interviewing a male artist than a male interviewing a male artist. Right. Things like that. So I don't get why it's still male dominated when obviously people are leaning towards more female people. Yeah. So I just figure just, you know, keep as a female doing the best that you can be and just like doing things that men can do and do it better is basically the same thing. You can edit better and you can say better questions than a male better. So that's just all I have to say. Just keep going. Just try not to focus on it being a male-dominated world. Know that it is. Yeah, and be aware of it. Be aware.
And go harder.
Exactly. So yeah.
How do you stand your own then? What's your keys to standing your own in this male-dominated industry?
Mainly just I'll hear a lot of backlash and just like a couple like nitpicks about it, but you just gotta have a tough skin and not let it get to you and just use it as your fuel to just keep going and just be like, whatever, women gonna take over the world, so just
we run the world. Y'all came from us.
Like Beyonce said it best, so girls run the world. So
yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay, so do you have any advices for somebody who's at home and they're like, yo, I'm trying to do this, but I don't know. Like, it's a passion, but I don't even know how to get there. Because I know a lot of people, even with me, when I came up here often, they were like, how did you do that? And I was like, I opened my mouth.
Exactly.
So, like, what's your advices for somebody, male or female, really, who just wants to break out in radio or any type of entertainment industry?
I always say, you know, it's important to brand your personal brand. Like, if you want to be in radio, because a lot of people don't know if they want to do radio, if they want to be in music, if they want to do journalism, things like that when they ask me. So I'm just like, have like your brand be like a package deal so people want to like rock with you and they see what you're about. Find out what you want to brand yourself in, whether it's clothes or if you want to be funny or if you want to be the person they go to for entertainment news and things like that. Right. Find out what you want to do to help eliminate it down some and just go hard with that. Do what you got to do. Have your name. Get you some T-shirts, iPhone cases, things like that so people can see that you popping. Right. I always tell them, be popping. Do what you got to do. Be unique and people will be drawn to you and like want to know who you are, but also network. I always tell them to network because it's important to know.
Networking is like the key.
It's the key.
To success.
Of course. DJ Khaled, another one.
And another one. I want to read his book. He just came out with a new book. I'm excited to read. It's called The Keys.
Oh, of course.
Of course it's called The Keys. So I know you said the entertainment you do is it Weekend Wild Out? That's your show. Is it just on Saturdays or
Saturdays and Sundays?
What time?
Steadily it's 12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay, cool. And then you also do the Word on the Street Monday through Friday.
4:30 and again at 8:30 p.m.
So what all goes into that? You do a lot of research? Do you What is that?
I check all like the news sites and things like that to see which stories are like the big stories of the day, and then I just write them up and then I edit them myself. So I add all the like effects and the songs in the background. Oh yeah. And I mainly just send it to whoever's working like throughout the day, and then they play it. So
so you can do all that from the comfort of your home.
Exactly. I go record in the car. A lot of people think I record on a microphone. I record in the car with my phone because you have like a solid sound. Yeah. That's all you do, and then edit it and then send it to the station.
Okay, girl. So that's what's up. What can we expect from your show? Because I know we all want to tune in to hear what Ayeeedubb is talking about on the weekends.
Right. You can expect a lot of corny jokes. I think some of it's lame, but it's like catchy because they'll laugh but be like, you really said that? I'm like, yeah, because it's funny. So you can expect that and a lot of new music on STREETZ 103.3.
Right. So. And a lot of Southern spirit and accent, because I think that's like the cutest thing. Like, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you.
So I know that's kind of like a big deal on radio. You have to practice on your voice, I'm sure, or just like even know that other people want to hear your voice, because some people's voice, you like, what?
You're like, oh, I can't stand it.
You like, turn the music on.
Right.
I could listen to your show, so that's what's up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so tell us like where we can follow you, your website, all that good stuff. Let's get into the popping part.
All right, it's a little rundown. So let's see. You can follow me on Instagram at Ayeeedubb. My Snapchat is Worst Behavior. Website is It's Ayeeedubb, so ITSAYEEEDUBB. I hope you can write this down like on somewhere, so because it's a lot of words, a lot of letters.
You.
Okay, so you know it's a lot of letters.
AYEEEDUBB.
Yes.
I know I listen to you, girl.
That's basically how it is. Just everything is just AY.
And Worst Behavior is with a U instead of an O.
U.
Because that is your last name.
That
I
is.
thought that was catchy. I didn't know that until I watched one of your things, and I was like, girl, I like you. And it is Worst Behavior, because your Twitter and your Snapchat be cracking me up. I'm like,
thank you to Drake. Like, if he didn't come out with Worst Behavior, that would not have a Twitter name. For real. So I would not have thought of that. So.
Definitely. I like it a lot. That's what's up. So, like I said, we out here at STREETZ 103.3. I'm out here with Ayeeedubb, AYEEEDUBB. That's who she be. And you right here with So Queen Low, checking in with Divergent Films. Talk to you later.
Yay.